Liverpool FC is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Try and win, and I will spell, because they don't just play, but they can rap as well. My idea was to go Liverpool into a bastion of some invincibility.
Ages since I listened to that.
Yeah, so the bastion of invincibility has somewhat been levelled recently, but let's start tonight by welcoming Jaden to the crew. Thank you. I hope you'll come back on again and talk.
Definitely a pleasure to be here.
Wicked. So let me start with you, Jaden. How do you feel about things right now?
Not much to say, man. I mean, I've gone from looking forward to every weekend to dreading the football. I've started to like when we are at the end of the game weekend, so I can enjoy the rest of the football before the inevitable depression. When it's early, it kills me because I can't even enjoy the rest of it. I like watching football in general, you know what I mean? I can't enjoy it because it doesn't matter anymore. I got nothing to look forward to. So, yeah, it's hard.
Wow. Tough times, my friend. Tough times.
It's a big contrast. A
lot
lot to deal with.
Well, we've been talking on the channel, like, the last few shows saying Christmas, we were top 4 points clear. It's hard to believe that
it is. It seems like It seems like an age ago. It seems like another.
It's like
universe.
We beat Palace 7-0, and everyone was thinking, "Well, yeah, we got this title in the bag again, haven't we?" And then all of a sudden, it's like it's going to be a real struggle to finish top 4, and maybe the only way to qualify for the Champions League is winning it. You know, so and that's not likely, not with the way we're playing. So. It's difficult, man. Very difficult.
It's hard.
Okay.
Go on, sorry.
No, go on. What were you going to say?
It's hard because we are before this horrible run. We was actually spotty. Like we'd win. Like you said, we'd win convincingly. And then we're just like, okay, maybe we're back, or we can relax. Everyone's firing. The next game looks like another different team.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So anyway, tonight is the pre-match for Fulham. So very tough game for us, which it shouldn't be, but it's going to be a tough game because Fulham, although they're almost at the bottom of the league, they haven't been playing that badly from what I've seen of their games recently. So what do we think, Yaz?
Fulham was the start of the demise, back in December.
Yeah,
that was the first game when everything felt like we were still invincible, if you like, or winning every game, or just taking it for granted that all we need to do was turn up. That was the first game when it went wrong. And I was watching it and I'm thinking, what's going on? Why? How can we not be beating Fulham? And then it's been a downward spiral ever since then. I like Fulham for what it's worth. I think they try and play football the right way, better than some other teams, and in the struggling bottom third or whatever is at the table. Look, should it be a hard game? No. Will it be a hard game? Who knows? If we every game now for the last how many weeks we've been waiting for this reaction that doesn't happen, and I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really don't know. I mean, after the Chelsea, we spoke the other day, and I said last week, if we beat Chelsea after beating Sheffield United and then beat Fulham and get 9 out of 9 points, how different will the league look for us in top 4? And we just don't seem to have a reaction. I'm genuinely worried about who we play now. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter who the opposition is anymore, because I'm not seeing any reaction from any of the players. I'm not seeing any gritted teeth. I'm not seeing any hurt. I'm not seeing any pain. And that's what concerns me. What I will take out of the game the other day, guys, is Jota came back and looked like he had a spring in his step. And there has to be changes tomorrow. There has to be changes 1,000,000% tomorrow. Cannot carry on doing the same thing. So I expect Cater to come in. I've had a little look around today, and I've seen James Milner playing at left back today in some of the papers and stuff. Tsimikas might come in. I don't know, but that front three, Wijnaldum, Jones, Thiago midfield, it all has to change now. Something drastic has to happen. So for me, I'm waiting to see us win 2 games on the trot in the league. So I don't know who's going to turn up tomorrow, to be honest, man. I'm really, really confused with the non-events. It's crazy.
Don?
I think changes. I'm not convinced by Thiago. I don't think he's done enough. For the hype that came in, he had a great game when he came on, when he was with Chelsea, against Chelsea, but he's not done enough, and I don't buy this. He changes the way we play and everything. Nah. So,
Jason was having kittens until he got onto the pitch after he got injured. It was like a woman in labour. Come on, it's going to happen now. It's going to happen now. And when he arrived...
He hasn't influenced the game. He hasn't put his stamp on a game since that Chelsea. He hasn't come on and said, listen, I bossed this game. No one has come on and said, right, I'm getting this game and I'm taking it forward, taking us, carrying us. Everyone just seems to be hiding. And it just seems a little bit like they're scared of losing. Do you know what I mean? So much. And they can't get out of that. Oh, we can't lose again. Shit, we can't lose again. Let's what do we do? It's like they're so scared of losing that they can't go out and win. It's a mental thing. I don't think like the passion or the work rate hasn't been there. I think they're putting the effort in. It's just this mental thing that they won the Champions League by so many points last year. Can we go again? Oh no, we had a bad result against Villa. Oh shit, what are people starting to think? It's all a mental thing, and they've just got to get 3 or 4 good games, accept this season's done in terms of the Premiership and what people say. Forget all that, block it out, go out there, and play. Remember how you used to play, and just go out there and show it to these fans that are enjoying our little
demise.
Yeah, because us fans that live in London and not in Liverpool, we get it from all angles. My friend.
Mate, you wouldn't believe. I get cool. I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb now. Because I've got a missus, I've got a child. I have to maintain my my calm. People will call me. They'll call me off the hook. Like public enemy number 1.
What do you say, Jaden? What do you say?
What do I say to them? At first, I was sorry, go on.
If a Spurs fan rings you, have you got Spurs fans ringing you?
Not Spurs fans, really. You know what? Because I'm from North London. Yeah.
All Arsenal.
Most Arsenal fans. Yeah. Most of my friends, I'm from Tottenham. So funny enough, from Tottenham, most of my friends are Arsenal fans.
So they can't really say anything to you.
They can't, but it doesn't matter for them because
they're still happy, aren't they?
What is, we have a standard. Yeah. So now, I mean, I'm like 27. So I wasn't in the era when we was actually winning things. I've always been like big club, big dreams, fall short. Most of my time supporting Liverpool. So now we're public enemy number 1. We're at the top now. I'm starting to learn what it feels like to be at the top. People want your blood. Like, they don't care that they're crap. They don't care that they're crap. They don't care if they lose. They drew today against Burnley. Do you think they care? They're gonna have more enjoyment out of their lives watching us lose than their team win. Honestly, it's because it's ambition. Like, if you know that they've got nothing to play for, like, you know what I mean, and you know that we are the ones that they want to lose. I don't know. You saw it last season when we lost against Watford. I was honestly shocked at the reaction people had. Yeah. People were genuinely celebrating. They were part. Honestly, and I was just like, I don't understand. Like, I asked people, like, let's step away from the banner. What have we done to make us so detestable? Like, it's either us or City.
Jealousy, mate. Jealousy.
But the City thing, that is what everything people complained about, what ruining football, the oil, the money, okay, cool. Liverpool are doing it in a, let's say, sustainable way. But you guys everybody hates us. So it's really...
It's because of our history and our success. That's what it is.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, how to define whether or not a British club is massive is by their Asian, Scandinavian, etc.
American influence.
All their we've got massive support. You know, Man City have got none of these big worldwide fan bases. Man United have.
Yeah, I think it boils down to there's just more. I think there's more of us, so it's funner to make fun. No one knows any City fans. If City wins the league, it's like no one wins the league. Liverpool win the league, your mate wins the league. You know what I mean? So you got to deal with your mate. So I don't know. I just say to them, like, recently I've been talking to them, just saying, like, whatever you want to say, you know what I mean? We can talk about it. We can discuss what's going on with problems. Like, miss me with the banner and ha and shit, Klopp, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know what I mean? I think the thing that annoys me is if people start to make think pieces on, like, what's going wrong at Liverpool and stuff. And, you guys were just, last season was a blip. I know this season's a blip.
Yeah. This is the blip.
This season,
last season, the season before, you're talking 100.
You don't reach 3 consecutive European finals and win a Premier League in 4 years, and this is this. You know, what I mean, that's the standard. And we're getting better and better every year. I mean, it's extremely unfortunate what's happened this year.
We've just got to make it respectable now.
It's more than a blip.
Yeah. Do you think it's more than a blip?
Yeah, it's more than a blip. This a blip. You know, you lose half a dozen games, or you draw 3 or 4 games. You don't go on the run that we're on. That's not a blip. I worry that there's not something deeper. There's a problem quite deep.
No,
I worry.
I'm worried as well. I'm worried.
I'm worried that, because we don't see what happens behind closed doors. I'm worried that there's no friction between Klopp and Fenway. As he lost the dressing room, which doesn't look like it, looking at that.
No. But he's had a few worrying comments. Like recently, I think he had an interview yesterday or the day before, and he basically came out in a statement and said, "I don't want a player if they don't want to come to us because we're not in the Champions League. I don't want him. And if a player wants to leave because of that reason, then I don't want him. If they don't want to sign contracts, etc., etc." It seemed a little bit of shots at like the Genie situation and in general, but he seems a bit like you don't say those things. They're just unspoken. I get it. It's true, definitely. But
he said that before. He said that.
Yeah. He said that, but as in
a few years ago.
Yeah. I get it. And like reporters do get out of you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right now, we can't be. It's just said, maybe there's no smoke about fire. Is there a problem there with like people running down their contracts and stuff?
Let's we'll do another program about our troubles. Let's try and keep it to the game.
What we'll do in the international break. In the international break, we'll have a chat about Liverpool and
we'll have a conscience meeting for Liverpool.
Yes, I've got hundreds.
Haven't we all? We'll be talking for an hour. I mean,
that's true.
Even that. So let's do the game.
We'll do
tomorrow.
part 1, part 2 of that meeting, because break it up.
Series 1, part 1.
I just want to make a comment on Yaz, what you said about me and Thiago, right? And all this stuff about Thiago. Listen, Thiago was brought in to play in a midfield with Fabinho and Henderson or Keita. Not the midfield he's in now. He is not a defensive midfielder, and that is what they're asking him to do right now. That's why we're not seeing the best of him. That is a top quality player there. And he hasn't showed it yet, I agree. He's not delivered it. I've seen that tweet, 28 appearances, no assists, no goals, 500 thumbs up or whatever. You know what I mean? I've seen that. And listen, you can knock him, but you're talking about a player that in 9 seasons has won 8 league titles at various clubs.
He's not shit overnight. He's not shit.
He's not a bad player. I don't buy that.
Not a bad player, but he needs to impose himself in games. And
he needs the right players around him. He's not a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he won't brought in to do the job he's doing right now.
He's the quarterback, But anyway, look, we'll see.
It's harsh on him. I think he's trying to do the
Fulham make it difficult like they did in the home game. Let's see if we can break them down.
Yeah. So Liverpool Fulham starting lineups. Who do we want to see? Yeah, as you mentioned, Keita.
For me, the keeper's obviously the keeper. I mean, there's nothing wrong there. I like Trent lately. He seems to be drifting into the midfield a bit. I'm happy with him. Kabak, by the sounds of things, is injured. You read that's what I mean. They try to magnify everything now. He's a 20-year-old guy on loan, and they're making out that he's going to be missed, but you can't not replace him. So Phillips is available. Fabinho is available. I'm questioning Robertson a lot lately for the player that he was. I could give him a rest. And whoever plays at left back for me, Tsimikas or Milner. I think Thiago for me, or Ginny even looked run ragged. I'd play Jones tomorrow again with Keita, and probably. I'd put Milner in now. Listen, our biggest game of the season's on Wednesday against Leipzig now, and that's not really over.
No, they're dangerous.
I will play Tsimikas tomorrow at left back. I will play Milner, Keita, and Jones perhaps in midfield. And Jota, Salah, and maybe another one, maybe someone else. He has to, I haven't thought about Shaqiri or the Ox or someone like that. I would give a couple of those players. Just take them out the firing line. Because we've tried to play with our regular front three and our strongest back four and the normal, and we're not winning games anyway. So what, what I mean? And those players should be good enough tomorrow to beat Fulham anyway. So for me, the other day Klopp came out and said, Ox is trading really well. Play him. Just get him on the pitch. Okay, give him some responsibility because Mane's doing nothing. Bobby Firmino, for me, looks like a car running on empty, trying to go up a hill. You know what I mean? It's not happening. Get him out the firing line. Give him a rest. Make some changes and, have him on the bench. And if you need to make changes, make them. But are we going to finish in the top four? I mean, I think it's highly unlikely and it's going to be by other teams letting us in. 6 teams ain't going to let us into the top 4. So manage it. Make sure we beat Leipzig and something stupid doesn't happen on Wednesday. And just rest some of those players. And yeah, for me, it'll be something like that. I'm not even going to make a prediction this week. Honestly, the other day I called 3-1. And
please don't make predictions. We just want a victory. Victory is all we need.
Hope for a victory. That's it.
I like that. Yes. Donster, what about you?
Yeah.
Agree with the great one?
I'd stick with it. I'd maybe bring Jota in because I think Fulham will make it very difficult for us again, and I think we're going to need a bit more creativity. Or he might even just drop Bobby and put Jota in. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably drop Firmino and put Jota in. But apart from that,
Jayden, what do you think? Starting lineup?
Yeah, I think I agree with partly of what Yaz is saying. If someone's looking good in training and whatever, just play them because right now nobody's spot is secured. I think the first name on the team sheet has got to be Curtis Jones because he's probably been one of our most outstanding players in the past few games. His numbers are brilliant. Some of the best in the league. So he's creating the chances. He's doing his job, what he needs to do. I'd like Don was saying. I'd start Jota. I'd switch it. You have to switch it up. You have to try something different because I'd understand in any other circumstance, but we've just lost 5 home games and a bounce.
How about Origi? Would you give him a run?
Nah, he's not good enough. Origi needs to have. He should have been sold already.
He's an impact player. He's a great.
But that's the thing. He's an impact player, and he's
not having an impact.
I'm not going to be bad on him because he literally won us that Champions League. But after that, he's had chances to make an impact, and every single time he's come on and looked terrible.
The top four is easily, we can get the top four. We could easily go on a run now and win every game. Last season,
Donny, man, come on. Let's be realistic.
It's not happening.
We have the team to go on a run.
But like you said yourself, yeah, they're in their own heads, man. They're in their own heads. Like the goal, if you see the numbers for the goal, we're getting the same amount of chances, but you should see them in front of goal. They're second guessing themselves. Like the confidence is not there through the whole spine. Alisson, he's running out. Like you see the goal we conceded against Chelsea. The one that was nearly a goal. Was it Werner?
Okay.
Yeah, offside. He hesitated, then he came. When did you see in the whole years we've had Alisson hesitate? He goes straight out and he knows what he wants. The confidence is gone through the whole team.
It's not just the confidence, man. They're mentally and physically drained. Yeah. Okay. Panny said the other day on the chat, Mane didn't used to get pushed off the ball. People used to bump into Mane and come off him like a ball
he's a machine.
Off a cushion. And Salah, we can. This is what I mean. For the last 4 weeks, we've been doing this or whatever long. We keep on thinking, like I said earlier, we're waiting for this reaction. For me, there's no reaction. Yeah. I really genuinely believe, like Jaden said, Curtis Jones, plenty of energy, plenty of desire, plenty of hunger. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see that from Mane at the moment, or Firmino, or Salah, and it's not because they haven't got it. They're just running on empty, man. They are literally running on empty, and we are probably, we're our own worst enemies, really, because we built this team over the last 2-3 seasons that has worked, and if they're fit, they play. I mean, we talk about Origi. You know what? He came on and scored a couple of goals, blah, blah, blah. But that bloke won't get a sniff at Liverpool unless he said there's no rotation. If they're fit, they play. They're fit, and they're injured. Like they're fatigued. They're gone. They're gone. So I honestly, Donny thinks that we can win 10 games. I'd celebrate winning the next 2.
Yeah, honestly, 2 in a row.
No, but we can. We have the team. Last season, when we were clear, whatever it was, 10, 12 points, and people were saying, I won the league. I said, no. City can win every game. They can go on a run and they can win every game. Just like they've done this season, 19, whatever it is, games on the trot. We can do that. We have the team.
No, we can't, Donny.
We have the players.
Man City have got 18, 19 first-team players. And they just rotate them.
They can have 2 sides. I think Man City can have 2 whole teams.
We can go on a run and we can win every game left of this season.
I think as soon as one Van Dijk got injured, as soon as he got injured, yeah, and then as soon as we didn't buy a backup centre back, Matip got injured and Gomez got injured, we had to lower our expectations for the season. Straight, I think after that,
as soon as
that happened, we had to look because the Prem we're up against it anyway, and without them, it's just like it's possible. And we were like we said, we were flying, and then once that went, there was no one. There's not many massive figures in adjustment. We've lost Henderson as well now. That is massive. That is a huge for our confidence. We have so many issues on the pitch. He is a beacon. And losing him, when I saw him go down in that game, I was like, I'm not sure if we're going to get top 4. I'm not sure. I'm actually
it's like the other day when we played Chelsea. Van Dijk, he's miles away from a game. Did you see that he came out of the dugout and he was sitting on the bench? He's probably becoming there
that way,
just to give him a little bit of.
Yeah, have you seen his face when we're playing? He's livid. You can see it under his mask.
Yeah, but I'm saying normally injured players will sit upstairs somewhere or in their box or something, watching in the ball. He's on the dugout because that changing room needs some sort of help.
This is why the Gini situation worries me, because he's another player like that. They spoke about him in the Barca comeback and how he spoke to the players and stuff. He came on, he ignited the whole thing. And what we're going to let him go, I get it, is he wants 4 years at 30 years old, and we don't play that, do we? Because FSG and stuff. But
let's get the win tomorrow, man. I don't care. All right, I'd love to see an electrifying performance.
Yeah,
and win by 6 or 7, and see us play. Do you know what? I don't care if we only win 1-0 and hit the bar 10 times. but I haven't seen us play the Liverpool way for a long time now. And that is and that's what's making me struggle. We play our way, shut the ball down, control the game, and only win 1-0, but miss 10. I don't care. But the way we played against Chelsea the other day, we could have played until now, and I couldn't see us scoring. So as long as we play, I want to see our identity come back tomorrow. That's what I want to see, and win the game. And if it's only 1-0, fine.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope for a victory, and we'll reconvene tomorrow evening and see how we did. All right? But yeah, listen.
Come on the radio.
2 very different meetings.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, guys.